Okay, right. Now, what we are going to do is actually continue talking about uh, the actions of alcohols, and this is lesson one on the reactions of alcohols. There are many reactions, but I want to start with oxidation of alcohols. And remember, for our other lesson, we talked about primary alcohols, secondary alcohols, and tertiary alcohols. And just to recap, we said that a primary alcohol has got an OH, and it has got an OH, and the OH is bonded to a carbon that is bonded to an alkyl group, and this is our alkyl group, right? Or we can say that it is an alcohol that is bonded to a carbon, or an OH group rather, that is bonded to a carbon, which is bonded to two hydrogens, right? Or we can say that it is an OH group that is bonded to a carbon that is bonded to one other carbon, right? So that is how we say that. So this is a primary alcohol. A secondary alcohol, it is an OH group that is bonded to a carbon, and the carbon is bonded to two alkyl groups. What do we do? That is bonded to two alkyl groups. This is the alkyl group 1, and this is the alkyl group number 2. So that is a secondary alcohol, or you can say that it is a OH group that is bonded to a carbon which is bonded to two other carbons, right? Now, and then you can go to a tertiary alcohol, and a tertiary alcohol is something that is missing there. Let me write it down. OH, right? So what you have now is a carbon, an OH group rather, this OH group that is bonded to the carbon, which is bonded to three alkyl groups. 1, 2, 3. So we've got three alkyl groups. Or you can actually say that it is an OH group that is bonded to a carbon, and this carbon is bonded to three other carbons. That is a tertiary alcohol. So, like we said, having done the recap of that, it will be good for us to talk about how to name them. So let's actually try to name those. Right? I should put the OH group. So let's go back to this. Let's talk about naming this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. So because it is 4 carbons, this is actually called right? And this one is a second alcohol, which is still a glutamine. So but the carbon, the OH is the carbon that is so it is a carbon 2, so it is true. Oh, 2 is 2. So it is butane 2. And when we talk about the tertiary alcohol, this one, we've got a new value. So new value is 2, so it is 2 methyl 2-methyl ketone. That's how we are going to be able to know this. If you don't know how to do this, you can work out or find out, and then working out how to do this. These are values, so that is important because you can ask so let's go through this so that we can get to this. So, right, obviously because it is an oxidation reaction, you need to have an oxidizing agent, and in this case you need to be able to know what the conditions are and what are the reactions and what is the condition for this reaction. This reaction actually needs an oxidizing agent, and the oxidation agent that you are going to use is actually potassium dichromate, which is potassium dichromate. You can use the formula, and you can actually write it as in words. Then the potassium dichromate must be heated. So you take your alcohol and you heat it with potassium, then acidify potassium dichromate. Yeah, your potassium dichromate, if oxidation is going to happen, your potassium dichromate is going to change from orange to green. And this shows a positive test. It shows that the reaction is happening. This is one way of knowing. So it turns from orange to green. Potassium dichromate is actually orange. I wish I could find a better orange color. Alright, so it turns from orange to green if oxidation takes place. So what is going to happen with the primary alcohol? What is going to happen with the primary alcohol? If you take your oxidizing agent and you add it onto the primary alcohol, this is what is going to happen. Right. The primary alcohol is going to be oxidized first to aldehyde. Right. And can be oxidized further to a carboxylic acid. So the aldehyde can be oxidized further to carboxylic acid. So you start by oxidizing to aldehyde and then to carboxylic acid. I'm going to show you the carboxylic acid. This is the function. Right? So it is CHO. And this is very important to put the functional group correctly as far as that is concerned. So it's not OH, because if you put it as OH, right, it becomes an alcohol. So it is actually CHO. Now, what happens to this then? What happens to this? If you oxidize it, it is then going to oxidize to a ketone. So a secondary alcohol is oxidized to a ketone, and ketones cannot be oxidized any further. So ketone what kind of so yeah, that is what is going to happen. And if you try to oxidize this, right, oxidation is going to happen, this can be oxidized any further to anything. So it means that there is not going to be any reactions here. So this is actually a way of distinguishing or of telling the difference between different alcohols. So to go over this, primary alcohols can be oxidized to aldehyde, and the aldehyde can be oxidized further to carboxylic acids. Yeah. And secondary alcohols can be oxidized to just to ketones. Right. So, and the tertiary alcohols can not be oxidized. They are going to react. So here we are going to get a test. In other words, what is going to happen is that your alcohol, your primary alcohol, here with tertiary alcohol, what is going to happen is that the potassium dichromate is going to that should be orange. It is going to be so there is more carbon this is important. Let me see, I've got 3 minutes, but let me see if I can be able to show you the products. In other words, what is going to happen is that if you have got a primary alcohol, so let's go to primary alcohol, right? So this will right, and this is a shorthand of writing oxidation reaction, so we just use it. So what is going to happen is that this relates the potassium bicarbonate, which is the oxidizing agent. What is going to happen is that your primary is going to change to aldehyde. This is down. And then aldehyde is going to be oxidized further to carboxylic acid. So this is what is going to happen. So how do you then make sure that you only get the carboxylic acid if you want to get the carboxylic the aldehyde only? What you do is that as soon as this is produced, you distill it so that it cannot be further oxidized. And if you want to produce, you want to change this to this, what you actually do is that you heat under so that's it. Time is up, so let's talk further about this.